Hello Internet, I'm the Disney Brain, and this was the video I hoped I would never have to make. A topic I hoped I would never have to address again, but here we are. I'm not sure there's too much to analyze here since Disney is usually pretty tight-lipped around things like this, so this will be more of a reaction to the news. I remember hearing about Girl Meets World for the first time about 2.5 years ago, more or less, and I'll admit it, at first I thought it was a terrible idea. I'd watched Boy Meets World growing up and liked it, but it still struck me as kind of silly to dig up that particular show. But with so many shows making comebacks now, essentially looking to do the same thing, Girl Meets World was actually a little ahead of its time. But that initial hesitation caused me to miss out on Season 1 as it was airing. But then eventually, I watched Episode 1, then 2, then 3, then I quickly realized something. This wasn't just a good Disney Channel show, this was a good show, period. And that was before I watched the episodes that really mattered. I'm not the kind of guy who cries a lot, not because of some ancient conception of masculinity. I can express myself just fine, but generally speaking, sad things aren't as sad to me relative to most people. Riley Town caught me off guard because I never expected to be filled with such genuine grief and despair watching someone else act sad. It was then when I realized that this show spoke to me. It understood people and the problems they faced growing up, probably more so than any Disney Channel original series. And now, for over a year, watching this show every week it's on, my respect for the boundaries it's trying to push and the message it's trying to send keeps growing. I know this is a bit anecdotal, but I think a lot of people would agree with these statements too. So here we are, forced to bear the harsh reality that after January, Girl Meets World won't be airing any more new episodes on Disney Channel. There's still an outside chance that maybe a different network picks it up, which would be great business given all the attention this has garnered, but not much we can do to control that. As we come to terms with the official knowledge that we now have, we have to question the decision-making process of the network heads. They made a clear mistake here, there's no denying that. And even if you're the most cynical person in the world and can't see just how good Girl Meets World is, how important this show is, it's still the show avid supporters of the network are watching the most. In fact, many individuals started paying more attention to Disney Channel because of this show. I should know, I'm one of those people. On all accounts, this makes no sense. That leads me to a point I made in the Could Girl Meets World Be Cancelled video. And at this point, I'm left to think that the most likely scenario is that Girl Meets World fought for episode ideas that Disney Channel refused to air. Girl Meets World, in all likelihood, was fighting to be even better than it already is, and it got shown the door as a direct result. Conversely, Bizaardvark continues to be one of the most annoyingly disappointing shows in recent memory, and it gets renewed? As painful as it is to admit, this is what Disney Channel is prioritizing. It's not like Disney has an overabundance of patience either. I didn't do it, only got a single season, and to say nothing else of it, it was better than this. But this, maybe more than any other one thing, has convinced me, guys. I know a lot of you have talked about me working for Disney Channel in some way, shape, or form, and now I'm going to try as hard as I can to actually do just that. I really think I could help make a positive change to the network, and hopefully I get the chance to do just that. And here we are. Assuming this show isn't picked up and ends with Girl Meets Goodbye, I'd like to express a few ideas. I'm glad, because I had the opportunity to watch, review, and discuss a show that meant a lot to me and so many others. That singular job was some of the most rewarding work I've ever done, online or otherwise. I'm sad, because soon, I just won't be able to do that job anymore. I'm glad, because I got to see a warrior during both the best of times and the worst of times keep fighting to stand up against everything the world put her through. I'm sad, because I'll never get to truly see where Maya's hard work leads her, how she succeeds in her own way through her art and unbreakable spirit. I'm glad, because I got to see a character I didn't regard highly to start, but he just kept winning me over. It's like he was on a mission to continue being funnier and funnier with each passing episode. I'm sad, because neither us nor his friends will ever be able to look deeper into the real Zay. It would have been a joy to see him be challenged and grow, just like another invaluable recurring character. I'm glad, because I got to see Farkle Minkus go from would-be dictator to caring friend and boyfriend. I'm sad, because I'll never get to see him continue to grow, get into his first fight, see him and Smackle work things out, and then watch him go to MIT or something and really change the world. I'm glad, because Isadora Smackle exists, a side character I relate to so much that could go through her own meaningful arcs in ways even Boy Meets World never handled. I'm sad, simply because she won't be around anymore. And lastly, I'm glad, because even when she screws up, even when she makes mistakes, even when she can be a bit much with her unique brand of enthusiasm, Riley Matthews makes me want to stay positive, to look on the bright side, to believe. And I'm sad, because this premature cancellation means that this girl will never really meet the world, and we'll never get to see what would have happened when she did. Thank you, Girl Meets World. Thank you to the actors, the directors, the wonderful writers, of course, the brilliant duo behind both this and Boy Meets World, and everyone that assisted with production in even the smallest of ways. You all have changed lives. You all have changed perspectives. You all have made a positive impact. You made us feel, you made us think, you made us understand. And thank you, subs, for listening to everything I've ever had to say about this show. I really want to try and make this working for Disney Channel thing happen, so anywhere you could share this video to help me out on that front would be incredible. And of course, thanks for watching. And, to borrow these famous last words, I love you all. Class dismissed.